Hi guys, once again, this is going to be a movie review about a completely different type of movie, something I haven't done yet, which is a comedy family film / drama. It is Look Who's Talking To. I know it's the sequel and I haven't done a review for the first one, but I personally loved the second one a hell of a lot more than the first one. The first one was in no way bad whatsoever, but I very much loved the second one. It touches on a topic that scientists of today have been actually starting to try and figure out properly as to whether or not it's possible that babies can communicate between one another just like people do with general conversation. Word communication, visual communication, body language communication. There was this video that came out on YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, it's the two babies that talk to one another almost as if it looks like they're planning to do something, or they're telling each other off, or they've got some sort of linguistic skills going on that explains that they could very well have more intellect with communicational skills than we ever even thought of. This movie was made in the early 90s. Bruce Willis is the voice of Mikey, Roseanne is the voice of Julie, it's got Kirstie Alley, it's got John Travolta, it's got a bunch of other people in the movie. It continues off from the first film. Mikey is born in the first one, you know, he's living his life with his father, John Travolta, and Kirstie Alley. Mikey's voice, once again, is voiced by Bruce Willis. He does a really good job as playing a baby. I don't know how that sort of works, but there's just like this comedicness that he brings to the baby's appearance with his voice that just seems like it's a little too good. Not in a bad way though, it's really funny. But in the second one, Roseanne. Now if you guys don't know who Roseanne is, look her up. She's hilarious as shit. She used to have her own TV show called Roseanne. Actually, I'm pretty sure her name is like Rosie O'Donnell or something. If I'm mistaken about that, correct me. Rosie O'Donnell, pretty much one of the first things she says when she gets out of her mother's womb and whatnot. Mikey introduces, you know, his little sister and is like,
"Hiya, Julie. Welcome to the outside. I'm your big brother, Mikey. I'm gonna be in charge of your life for the next 2 or 3 years, smacking you around, getting you in shape, teaching you things. Anything you need, don't be afraid to ask."
And what does Julie, Roseanne, respond with?
"Who's this asshole?"
Yeah. The banter between one another is really good. Now the relationship between John Travolta and Kirstie Alley is also excellent as parents. They do their job really well, especially in the second film. Having the confrontation that they have, it's very important to show chemistry, really well developed chemistry between the two people themselves, let alone the characters that they're playing.
Well, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking that you earn more money so you can make the decisions, and I'm out of here.
I do not make the decisions, and I have never, ever brought up money with you before. Why does anything have to be your way? It doesn't! Oh, but you! Shut up, you!
It just works really well, and it ends up sort of tying into the movie. You can see it almost as if they're a real couple in real life, or they have some sort of something going on in real life. It's just done that well. That's just what it looks like.
My parents are okay separately, but as a couple, they stink.
Just put me in a fucking dress, okay?
I guess you're my only friend, Herbie.
When it has its downers, it's like a downer. Like, it's bound to make you cry. When there's funny moments, holy shit, you will laugh your frickin' nuts off.
What's that?
Oh, God, I can't watch this part.
Oh, my God!
Smarts, does it? Hurt just a little?
Will this pain ever go away?
Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
And the parts that are really happy and make you feel good and everything like that, they make you feel good. They make you feel like, you know, one day in the future, even if you hated children, like, I'm not a massive fan of kids, but in the future, you know, when you watch that movie at that moment, you sort of feel like you could be like, hey, I want to have kids one day now. A movie sort of convinced me of that. That is really surprising. Yeah, like, it's good. It's really good. If it convinces you of anything, I see a movie to be pretty good. At least anything other than, I'm convinced that this movie is utter shit. Therefore, I will never watch it again. Then, of course, it's bad. All in all, I would say that this movie is definitely a classic to be remembered forever. And before I go...
Hey, you little pisher! I'm talking to you!
Oh, no, what is that?
Hey, you're supposed to give me some pee-pee! Where's that pee-pee? We're talking about pee-pee here! I need that pee-pee!
Oh, no, Mr. Toilet Man!
leave me a comment down below, start a discussion, let me know what your thoughts are on the movie, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it and you would like to see it because of this review. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it around, let all your mates know about it, because this channel is going to boom in the future, in the near future anyway. Until next time, I hope you guys are all having a mad day, all out in a bag of chips, and I'll catch you later. Peace!
Baby, get under the covers now, yeah. I'm just...